Hey guys, thank you for watching. Welcome to the video. Today we're talking about the Capsule 3 Pro by Soundpeats. They sent these out to me along with a few other Bluetooth earbuds, and I'm really interested in this one because I've been looking for a good alternative to my AirPods Pro for a while now. Long story short, these are a good option if you're looking for something that's inexpensive for when you don't want to bring the AirPods around, or if you just really don't want to spend a whole lot of money for it. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Jeremy. I do reviews for different audio equipment, Bluetooth earbuds, IEMs, DACs, amps, all kinds of audio related things. I always try to factor in value to things. I'm going to be looking at items that are more high value than super high cost. As we review this product, I will go through it, and at the end I'll tell you whether I think it's worth your money or not. If you have anything to say, anything to share at all, I'd appreciate any comments you guys leave below. I really do enjoy helping people and just talking to you guys about any questions or thoughts that you have about the channel. So thank you for sticking around, and we will get right to the video. I've looked around a lot for good AirPod alternatives. Something that I could use and enjoy, but also I wouldn't cry if I lost it. Something not quite disposable, but more disposable than losing a $250 set and then having to buy another one. Something that sounds good, but wasn't necessarily just about the sound. Also something that sounded good for phone calls and was comfortable and easy to listen to for long periods of time if I wanted to just pop one in my ear and listen to a podcast and then get a call for work, whatever, and be able to pick it up. So this was an interesting option. I mean, honestly, all of the options that I'd had up till now, they were for Bluetooth earbuds in this kind of form factor, felt very cheap, and the microphones were really bad, and they didn't sound great. I mean, they were basically just, they're ripping off the form factor of AirPods, but they really didn't do anything when it came to giving you some of the same experience that AirPods do, not just through music, but also for everything else that you'd use it for through the day, basically becoming a utility for your ear for phone calls, for listening to music, but also listening to podcasts or whatever else you have going on during the day. I love talking hands-free. I don't want anything in my hands when I'm talking because I'm typing on a keyboard, I'm doing different things. I mean, there's no reason to have your hands completely filled every time you're trying to make a phone call. It's just so much easier to do it without that. And once I got used to it, I really enjoy it today. I've been using the OpenComm from Aftershokz, which is a really good option. The issue with that is that it does not actually go inside of your ears, so there's no noise cancellation, obviously. And it's kind of, it sticks out a little bit. You basically have a boom mic on your head, and it's not exactly low key in a way that a nice Bluetooth earbud would be like the AirPods Pro. It doesn't offer any isolation. It does do great for calls and listening to podcasts, but it leaves your ears open, which isn't always ideal when you have distractions around. Also, being a bone conduction style, it really doesn't sound great for music. The issue with most earbuds I've had is that their microphone quality is terrible. It's one of the biggest things I love about the AirPods is being able to use them for calls. Well, I think there may finally be a cost-effective option for those looking for quality hands-free communication with their buds, and that's one that we're going to review right now. Not only because of the sound quality of the earbud, but also the quality of the microphone, and we will include some samples here so you can contrast it with some of the other options that I have listened to out there. Okay, let's start with discussing the case and build quality, including the tips that come in the box. I've reviewed a couple Soundpeats earbuds lately. The Opera 5 sound excellent, but they have a flimsy feeling case with uneven lines. And it feels like they'll wear out and fall apart quickly. The Mini Pro HS has a really fun design, but it feels a little bit cheap in the hand. The Capsule 3 is my favorite case out of all these options. It's got a touch of flash to the presentation, with the Soundpeats logo on the back and a clean trimmed edge which goes around the case. Opening it up feels really high quality. The buds slide in and out very easily. And there's no room wasted inside the case. The only thing I don't like is that the earbuds are facing the wrong direction, so when you take them out of the case, you end up fumbling around with them a little bit to get them in your ears. I've even dropped them a couple times. The ear tips they include are very similar to what you get with the AirPods, so they're very pancakey. They're very short but wide, and that actually works well for my ears. When you put them in your ears, for me, they feel very comfortable. They're easy to leave there for long periods. Now, like I was getting changed and just took a t-shirt on or off or something like that, and it did knock it out of my ears. So they're not super secure if you're going to be, I don't know, like if you're just moving around like a ton, shaking your head, I don't know that they're perfect. But if you're not doing that, if you're basically sitting pretty stationary, they're super comfortable in your ears. And even for somebody like me that has these giant ear canals, they work just fine when it came to staying in my ears and feeling comfortable all day. So I think they are going to most likely work really well for you in terms of comfort and the way that they sit in your ears. I found them just as comfortable as having AirPods Pro 2s in my ears, and that's something I haven't really had with any other earbud that I've tried. ANC mode is probably the way to go on these. When I listened to these, everything else sounded pretty bad. That's the one weird thing about these. So if you listen to them on ANC mode, I think you're going to have a really good experience with them. It gives you a deeper bass response and it kind of tones down the vocals, giving like this warm, rich kind of sound to it. If you listen to any of the other modes, it completely changes the sound signature, and I really don't think that it sounds great. So you probably, if you're going to listen to music, want to stick with the ANC mode. To keep it in ANC mode, you just need to hold the button on the left-hand side and it'll scroll through your transparency mode, your normal mode, and ANC. For most earbuds, I wouldn't say it's always great to keep it in that because sometimes it can be more fatiguing. But for these especially, I think that they just sound way better if you leave them in ANC mode. The only downside of the ANC mode is that it does give you this feeling of pressure a little bit in your ears, especially if music isn't playing. So just be aware that that's something you have to keep an eye out for. I didn't find it super comfortable when music wasn't playing. Although when music was playing, I didn't really notice it, if that makes sense. On a positive note, the ANC mode does tune out your room noise pretty well, so I think that you'll probably enjoy that part of it. Definitely stuff like fans and things like that are much reduced if you keep it on the ANC mode, but it's not going to help a whole lot with upper mid-range kind of sounds like random conversations happen around you or surprise popping sounds and things. It's not going to filter that out very well. But in terms of just low-key noise around the way, especially air vents and fans and things like that, it's going to filter it out pretty well. As I mentioned before, the microphone quality of this unit is surprisingly excellent. So let's listen to some of the samples from the unit, and I'll give you some other recordings to listen to as a comparison so you can see what you think of how it sounds. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is a microphone test using the OpenComm microphone. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is a microphone test using the crappy mics on this Soundpeats thing. It's the one with the case with the little dots all over it. So how does that sound? Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is a microphone test of the Capsule 3 microphone. My last recording sounded pretty good, but there was TV on in the background, so I want to hear how it sounds without any background noise. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is a microphone test using the AirPods Pro 2. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Moving on, let's compare these earbuds for sound. Usually I'll include my thoughts on imaging, soundstage, bass, instrument separation, and vocals. I won't be doing that today though, since these are kind of a simpler set. They're really not meant to be audiophile grade, I don't think, regardless of what the company may label it as. I'll just be talking about them like I do with the Apple earbuds, which is, I mean, they've got a warm, nice, pleasant signature, something that's easy to listen to for long periods of time. The tonality is nice and it's just going to sound good. But is it going to give you extreme instrument separation and detail and a sense of soundstage and keep up incredibly well with detailed tracks and give you a sense of every little thing about the music? No, it's not, but the AirPods don't either. So these are going to be really similar to your AirPods experience. For me, I just found them to be a little bit brighter in your vocals, which is not a bad thing. The AirPods Pro 2 actually has a little bit darker signature, and this one's a little bit warmer. But as long as you listen to it in ANC mode, I found them very similar and a really enjoyable experience to listen to. Again, I would not listen to it in any of the other modes. I think it completely changes the sound signature, which is kind of a bummer. So if you're going to listen to these, I would definitely listen to them using the ANC mode. I was still not able to get the app to work. I know that's supposed to be able to help you do different things when it comes to sound signatures, but I can't get it to work, so I can't really tell you a whole lot about that. So to sum it up, these won't take the place of a set of audiophile IEMs. If you're interested in something like that, check out my IEM reviews. I do have a playlist for all that kind of thing. You won't get the sound quality you get with a set like that, but it's very easy to listen to. Sounds good, sounds great for things like workouts, walks, etc. For music listening, works good. They have a high quality look as well. The stem, as well as the case, is really nice. The only downside I see is a lack of wireless charging and less than impressive ANC mode. But, I mean, in a pinch, especially for the price, you really can't complain. I kept them in my pocket all day and wasn't really thinking about my AirPods. I could use these as just the option that I had in my pocket all day long for all of my basic needs. And I think that's a pretty big compliment because I really haven't found a lot of other buds that could do that for me. If you got AirPods and you're worried about them getting damaged, these are great for bringing around. You know, you bring these to the gym and you break them and you're only out $60 or $70 or whatever they are, not $250 like you are with AirPods. So I definitely think that these have a place in just about everybody's pocket. For anyone on a budget, I think these are a great primary set and I think you'll really enjoy them. So that's what I got. I enjoyed them. I think you should probably pick up a pair. And I was surprisingly blown away by just how good they were for the money. I recommend if you're in the market for something like this, I think it'll be a good option for you. If you got questions, you want to talk about it, you want to know anything else about these, you want to share with me your thoughts about them, leave me a message below. Like the video, subscribe, whatever you guys can do to help is definitely appreciated. But if you don't want to do all that, that's fine. Just write something below. Let's talk about it. And I'd love to hear what you guys think. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless.